But let's look at some hifil forms now. In the hifil, we have the same one guttural, three hey weakness with Allah. Now, remember, when we make a verb hifil, that can change the semantics. And here, Allah in the cow was to go up. In the hifil, it's to bring up. To cause someone to go up is to bring them up somewhere. And so that's what the sense of this verb will be. Now notice that for the strong verb hifkeed, hifil perfect 3ms, I have my hey prefix, silent shava, I class vowel. Okay? Kirik yod in the middle for my theme vowel. He'amid. What's weak here? What's weak is the compound shavas. These are still I class, but they're compound shava and the matching vowel of the I class compound shava. For gala, higla. Remember my perfect 3ms in all stems is comet hey added to root 2, not to root 3. And the hey prefix is normal. Okay? And so over here, what have I got? I've got the weaknesses of both the one guttural he'eh and the kirik yod is going to be gone because to root 2, I don't add my normal theme vowel. I add whatever the three hey verbs inflectional ending is. So hig la, la. Okay? So he caused to go up. He brought up. The imperfect yafkid, ya'amid with my compound shava, but now I'm going A class, right? I class in the perfect hifil to A class for my prefix vowel. So that's got to be compound shava, but an A class one, ya'amid. Here, yagle, A class vowel is normal. It's the backside that's weak. All uninflected and perfect three hey verbs get segel hey. And so for my my doubly weak verb, I'm going to borrow the front of the one guttural here and the back of the three hey. And I have ya'ale, ya'ale. All right. Now, WCI, vayafkade. Remember, I get sere for my theme vowel in 4 places. This is one of them. Same A-class vowel. Vaya'amed. Almost the same, except I've got a vocal shava here. Vaya'amed, right? For the three hey verb, vayegel. Vayegel. This would have been yagle, vayagle. Chop off the segel hey. I get vayagl, vayagl. What happened? The segol broke up the gimel lamed consonant cluster, and then the A vowel harmonized to the segol. And I went from vayagel to vayegel. All right? Now over here, doing the same thing. I'm just trying to add a va to ya'ale, apocapate, and it would be vaya'ol, vaya'ol, and the vocal shava, the compound shava, will become a pathak instead of a sigol. Okay? So, vaya'al, and he brought up. The jussive. The jussive and the WCI forms are identical to each other except for the lack of the va vowel pointing. Okay? So yafkade, so vayafkade becomes yafkade. Let him cause to a point. Ya'amed, let him cause to stand. Yegel, let him lead into exile, or let him exile. And ya'al, let him bring up. Cohortative, afkida, let me cause to a point. A'amida, notice I have A-class vowels, but what's different is that vocal shava or compound shava there. So a'amida. Agle looks like afkida on the front end, very normal, very abnormal on the back. Cohortatives, remember, in the three hey, just take the segel hey, no comma hey. So that's not going to look different than the hifil imperfect ones, yes? And then I get my compound shava of the guttural here, as well as the segel hey attached to root 2. So agle, a'ale, a'ale. Let me bring up. Now the hifil imperative is one of the other sere forms that we've seen. So we've seen 2 of them here. Vayiktol, jussive. Now the hifil imperative. Hafkade. Hey prefix, A-class vowel, sere. Ha'amed. Same thing, only the compound shava is different. Hagle looks very similar to hafkade, almost entirely the same, except this is not a real consonant hey, so it's sere hey, hagle, the command to exile, and then ha'ale, look, I got my compound shava of the one guttural, and then the sere hey of the three hey, ha'ale. An alternate form with apocompation is ha'al. This is not necessarily a form you should expect, but you could see it. All right, but you can understand the concept here of apocompation, and so we have this double pathak to separate the consonants here. All right, and then the hifil participle, mafkid, ma'amid, compound shava because of the one guttural, magle, strong on the front like mafkid, but weak on the back, magle, segel hey for the masculine singular participle. That's what all three heys do, and all stems. And then ma'ale, I have the ma'a, the compound shava front weakness, and the segel hey back weakness, ma'ale, bringing up. Infinitive, construct, and absolute are the last ones. A construct, hafkid, has a kirik yod, hey with an A-class vowel. Ha'amid, kirik yod, A-class here, but compound shava, where I normally get a silent one because of the root one guttural. Haglot looks like hafkid on the front, hag, weak on the back. All infinitive construct forms get oath after root 2 for 3 hey. Haglot. And then, of course, ha'a and the lot part come together, weak front and back. I still have my A-class vowel under the hey to tell you that this is a hifil form. The oat tells me it's a hifil infinitive construct. Okay? And then hafkade for absolute, ha'amade, same as this, except for the gutturals needing a vocal schwa, that's compound. Hagle, serehe, normal on the front, serehe, and ha'ale, got the compound shava and the serehe of the three hey. So there you go. Those are the sampling of hifil forms for doubly weak verbs. Now, notice that there is an ambiguity between the cal and the hifil imperfect, WCI, and jussive forms of Allah. So in the cal, the form is ya-ale, ya-ale. Normally, I-class voweling for the cal imperfect, but the one guttural prefers the A-class. Normally, I'd get a holum for my cal imperfect, like ya-amod. But the weakness of three hey verbs is that I get this segel hey for the uninflected forms. And I can't see a real theme vowel. The hifil has the A-class vowel because that's what the hifil does. So it has nothing to do with this being a guttural. And because it's three hey, it loses its kirik yod theme vowel as well, just takes the segel hey. So these forms are identical, but for different reasons. But you have to pay attention to the fact that that could be the case. And so if it's the cal, it's intransitive. He will go up. There's no direct object. And if it's hifil, it is transitive. And I'm going to expect the direct object. He will bring up some meat or something like that. The WCI, vaya'al for the cal, vaya'al for the hifil, right? For each of these, I'm taking ya'ale, apocopating, and I'm left with ya'al, okay? But again, the cal means he went up, hifil he brought up. And then the jussive, same thing. Just removing the va, I've still got ya'al. Let him go up, let him bring up, whether it's cal or hifil. So there will be some ambiguity, but the form alone will usually not be what you have to go on. There will be some context. So if you have a direct object, it's not going to be the cal, it's going to be the hifil form. All right? Now, in 1.2.3, we discussed the cal forms of the verbs haya and chaya. These are almost identical, except for a hey versus a chet. Remember, the word for living was chai as an adjective, a living or alive. All right? And the word for life is chayim, life. Now, I'm just going to use the haya one, the verb to be, to illustrate the forms If you switch out the hey for a het, then for the most part, these forms are identical to each other, okay? They do look a little odd in some places because we have a yod from root 2 next to a Keurig yod due to the 3 hey verb, okay? Because haya is 3 hey as well as 1 guttural. So take a look. Cow perfect would be haya. You've seen this in your WCP form where we had a v in front of it, v'haya, okay? But in the cow perfect, he was. Hayatha. Here, I'm adding my feminine singular tav, and then adding the comet say after it so that I can distinguish between he and she, right? Both of these are going to have comet hays. They're 3 guttural, but the tav tells me it's a feminine. So haya, he was. Hayatha, she was. And then the first person singular. Hayithi. Hayithi. Pakadti. Think strong verb, pakadti. This is normal on the front side, but root 2 yod, right? I'm seeing my 2 root letters. Root 2 yod takes a Keurig yod helping vowel before the consonantal ending, as is the case with 3 hey verbs. Hayithi, I was. The imperfect is yehyeh. We increase the size here. Imperfect is yehyeh. Yehyeh. Here, yif code is my strong verb for the cal imperfect. This is normal on the front end. This hey, being a guttural, can take a silent shava, and it actually does here. But the root 2 consonant, that yod, takes a segel hey in all 3 hey forms that are uninflected in the imperfect. So yehyeh, he will be. Tihyeh, she will be. Just change the yod for a tav. Tihyeh. The cal imperfect to fs. Tihyi. Tihyi. What am I doing here? I'm just taking the yay, the segel hey. I have to add a Keurig yod for 2fs imperfect inflection. So I drop the segel hey and add a Keurig yod directly to root 2. And so now I have this funny looking yod combination. All right. So this is you woman will be. Tihye. I'm sorry, tihyi. And then I will be. The cal imperfect once a yes is yay. Yay. First common singular, segel hey. Notice, by the way, if you're familiar with Exodus, this is what Yahweh says to Moses when Moses asks his name. He says, Ehyeh asher ehyeh. I will be who I will be, or I will be what I will be. Actually, how you translate that is subject to quite a lot of spilled ink and theological debate. But I just want you to know this is the verb form that is there. Ehyeh. I will be, I must be, I can be, I shall be. All right, the WCI form, vayhi. What's happened here? I have yehyeh, right? Yehyeh is the imperfect. The 3 hey verb apocopate, so I'm going to lose my my segel hey, so I'd be left with yeah. And what ends up happening then is I get a vocal shava here, and this becomes a Keurig, and with my va and a yod should have a doubling dot. This is a squintum levi letter, right? Yod is a squintum levi letter. When I put a dagesh forte and a vocal shava in a squintum levi letter, usually I could see the dagesh forte go away. So vayhi, and he was. Vatehi. Since tav is not a squintum levi letter, its doubling dot gets to stay there. It's vocal shava, stays vocal. Vatehi. Vayhi, vatehi. And she was. The jussive is yehi or yehi. Let x be, or let there be x. This kind of adjussive is used in the Genesis account. Let there be light, yehi or. Okay? Let there be water, right? Yehi mayim. The imperative, heye or huye. Both cases, I have the hey needing a vocal shava. Here it takes a compound shava. Here, weirdly, it takes a vocal shava. But notice the imperative of 3 hey verbs is supposed to have sere hey after root 2, and it does. So that's showing a double weakness here. So this means be. Infinitive construct, heyot. Heyot Compound serva under the root 1 hey, it's guttural. Root 2 gets its oath ending for infinitive constructs for 3 hey verb, so to be. And then the infinitive absolute is alternately hayo or hayu. Okay? Hayo or hayu. This is the one that is more normal. You should expect to see that if you see it at all. All right, so that's the forms of haya. Chaya would do the same things for the most part.